What's going on, guys? B Green Flex here, voice of Flex, back with another one. I know I haven't been good about the daily uploads, but I've been trying to make up for it. I did like a few uploads the other day, did another one yesterday. But anyway, back with another one. We're going to be reacting to Sneeko explained why Western women are a lost cause. I know pretty much anyone that's going to see this video knows who Sneeko is. He has a very outspoken message right now, and I don't like that people keep comparing him to Tate or saying he's like a wannabe Tate or whatever the case may be. Because if you look back, it has other main channel because Shniko, that with the H in it, is the live stream channel that everything is clipped from and where he does a lot of this stuff people are seeing now. But for years and years, since he was like freaking like 13 or 14 years old or some shit, he's been doing, or I think it's 15 or something. He's been making content, and that same thing for me. A lot of people sit there and say, "Oh, you're trying to be Sneeko, you're trying to be Tate or whatever." And number one, a lot of people, or if you watch me or watch my videos, watch my clips, I have a much more reserved. Don't get me wrong, I can get crazy when I do these reactions. I try to be level-headed as possible, but I can get very outspoken myself, and you guys will see that over time, especially as I do start to do live streams. But besides that, I was making fitness content on my other channel that is kind of dead now. Still has 700 subscribers, but I've been making content on that since I was like 15 or 16 years old. I'm 27 now. This was back when YouTube was like just starting to kind of be a thing. I have a bunch of reviews on like supplements. I have like workout videos. I have posing videos, all this stuff. And then even in within that channel, I was doing like vlogs as well, where I would talk about my day to day life and talk about girls, talk about high school and stuff like that. And a lot of my ideas have always kind of been the same as far as kind of RP or kind of just like having this way about me that it's all logic, it's all reason, and it's all for the purpose of becoming successful financially, sexually, physically, mentally, all these things. So all that to say, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and eventually I probably will put in my other channel, but I really just don't care to, just because it's been such a long period of time since I've been uploading on that one. But either way, here we go. And then also don't forget to like and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And then yeah, also check out the TikTok, which is just at Voice of Flex. But without further ado, why Western women are a lost cause.
It's a thing because all of you are on Instagram, all of you are on TikTok all day long. All of you listen to City Girls and Meg Thee Stallion and listen to Cardi B, and you worship these like Kim Kardashian type girls who are just professional hoes. And you thought that those are high value women, but really all of them are just bad wives. And you don't really know what's going to make a good wife anymore, what's going to make a good feminine woman anymore, because that's seen as oppressive. And feminism has done that and has brainwashed all of you.
He's absolutely right, and I think him being on Fresh and Fit last week, because he was on for like 4 or 5 straight episodes, because I think he's like moving to Miami or something. They also had Destiny on there, which I completely respect, and that was a very good dialogue between all of them. But a lot of women in Western civilizations, America, Canada, East or Western Europe, Australia, all these places are kind of like, they let TikTok and Instagram and all these other social media outlets, they kind of let them form their personalities. Now, of course, in America, it's a lot more political as far as, the gender stuff and the abortion stuff and all these other things that go into it. But just in general, it's like a lot of women can't even tell you how they formulated the opinion they have on things, how they came to the conclusions that they have on things, and they can't even really look within themselves to see not only how they can improve themselves physically as far as their looks, because that's primarily what women are judged on, but also how they can improve themselves mentally to be able to take care of a man, to be able to be a good wife, to be able to be a good mother to their future children if they ever have them. They're so focused on just chasing a bag like a man does, or chasing, dudes like a man chases girls, or just being promiscuous and not wanting a guy to have control over them, and such masculine energy that it's causing such a big divide in the dating life and in the marriage life of these Western civilizations. And this is the first time in history it's ever happened where we can actually witness it, and it's seen like we have the stats to show that marriage rates are a lot lower, divorce rates are a lot higher. Women usually cause the divorce rates. Body counts for women are a lot higher, and even physically, like weight for women is a lot higher, the average weight. And it's just I don't know. I think it's a dangerous territory to get into, but it just sucks that it's a lot of women can't even see it. Luckily, we do have some more women trying to get in the space, but a lot of women can't see it.
What do you believe you're a
Don't you
high
think
class
that
man?
men became more
I don't need to
feminine
say that.
and as a result, women became more masculine?
Thank you,
Yes.
Sam. That's
That's
a
true.
good
Yes,
part.
they're trying to
Thank you very much.
feminize men and masculinize women,
but
and we're
I
seeing it
know,
all
I
on this
believe it.
podcast.
But it
I
all
really genuinely believe
the
that, though.
main antagonist in all this was feminism, though, because what feminism basically did was tell women that men and women are the same and we're equal,
And we're not.
and we're not. I mean, no offense to Miss Reddress over there, but she said something along, we can both be CEOs. Well, that's the
bullshit.
mindset that many modern day women have. That is
Yeah.
Yep, and it's sad because what that causes is more weakness in men, more femininity, more masculinity in women, and it's causing that divide that I was talking about, as well as the thing about men is we can grow, and we develop ourselves through business, through finances, through physicality, mental acuity over time, and we can have kids at 50, 60, 70 years old. I mean, of course, you would rather not, but we can do that. Whereas with women, if you continue to push off that stigma of wanting to give yourself to a man and, have a happy marriage, be able to have a happy husband, be a happy mother, when you're, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever the case may be, it's much harder to be able to have kids. So, in turn, what's happening is when Western women are in their 20s and stuff, it's, oh, I need to focus on my career, I need to focus on my money, I need to focus on my friends and hooking up and all this stuff. And then next thing you know, when they turn 30, 40, 50, it's, oh snap, I don't have a husband, I don't have any kids, my career is nice but it doesn't fulfill me. And then that's why the marriage rates are low, but that's also why most women are on depression medication, or they just aren't as happy as men. And the sad part is that because of that, men aren't as happy. But the thing about men is, since we're so much more radical, that's why men are committing more suicide than ever, and that's why men are a lot lonelier, not becoming as successful financially, because they just are giving up.
It
Not
didn't
true.
work out for me, girl.
you
Take it from
can't
me.
you cannot have two bosses. It doesn't work that
One
way.
is
But you had a millionaire and you do lashes.
What's up?
But like, no, I'm just saying,
can't
like,
see.
if there, it's not two
No, but
CEOs.
she's telling you that she tried to be masculine and it failed.
I'm
It
not
fucked
talking
her
about
up.
financially, baby girl.
That's what
Anyhow.
she's saying. She's saying like she tried to be masculine and it fucked her up.
And it
Is what
didn't
she's
work
trying
out
to
for
say.
me. It
I feel
didn't
like
work
my
out for me.
fiance and I right now are equals, and like that,
It's
they
gonna fail.
Look.
It's gonna fail.
he doesn't ask me for a single dime. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I don't know. There could be two CEOs, and it could be a good ass relationship.
See how she's like so like excited about it and stuff, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm like I said, a lot of the views I have are not fully RP'd in the way that, like, I do think that, like, I would probably want my woman to have a job or be somewhat successful, or some have some type of ambition, but just in general, like, it's funny how Sneeko was just like, yeah, it's gonna fail, and she's just like, yeah, we're both bosses and we're both doing okay. He doesn't ask me for a dime and this and that, and it's like, you know at the end of the day, will it work out? Who knows? But the interesting thing to see is how happy she is about it, and how masculine she is in her energy about it, as far as like she's okay recognizing all these things, and her man could easily be very feminine and very submissive to her, in which case we all know usually doesn't work out. But you know
I think that
Damn it.
works.
It
Well,
doesn't
I mean,
work.
I feel like a man has a certain
It doesn't work for
stop,
certain
stop.
people.
I think the fact that you think that you and your man are equal speaks volumes that we don't even necessarily
Yep.
need to go into. Because when a woman is with a man that she truly admires, loves, and respects, she understands that she is not the same as her man. I would argue most women don't look for an equal; they look for a superior.
Mhm.
They want to
And in
admire
your
their
case,
man.
you don't have a superior, which is why you're able to kind of do the things that you do.
But I think
right, and that's kind of the bigger overarching message in this, is that like I said, she's so masculine in her energy that she's like, oh yeah, we're equal and we're both doing our thing and this and that, and it's like, well, no, because when a woman truly respects a man, she's not going to sit there and want to be the equal or want to have any type of authority over him or anything like that. She's going to want to be submissive, want to take care of him, want to take care of the family, want him to be successful, to be able to then provide for her and the family, protect her, and just in general, it's the submissiveness. I feel like women take such offense to it, but it's not even submissive. It's like just do whatever I say. No, it's submissiveness in the fact that we understand that in the relationship, the man has the authority because he is the protector and the provider most of the time, and because of that, it's submission in the fact that we know if working as a team, if the man has the final say, if the man is doing the right things as a man for the family, for the relationship, ultimately it will provide a better future for the family and for the relationship.
It's 'cause
And you
she
know
has
it too.
no
I can see you
kids.
nodding alongside. You know that your
Right.
guy's more equal to you, which allows you to kind of get away with some of the things you do. Which traditionally most guys will not like a girl
No.
to do the things that you're doing.
No.
So
But he
you-
doesn't have a choice because you wear the pants.
So
Right.
he's insecure, and I wear the
Yes.
pants if I keep going out
Yes.
and have an OnlyFans and
Yes.
post on my Instagram.
Yes.
So she's in a relationship with this dude, and he's okay with letting her have an OnlyFans. Instagram I don't care about, but because she has an OnlyFans on her Instagram, she's probably posting shit where she's like damn near naked, you know what I'm saying? And on top of, whatever, it's like, bro, and she's like going out with her girlfriends all the time and stuff. First off, I would not be surprised if she's currently cheating on this man, or like has cheated on him before, like multiple times. But also, it's just like the way she's smiling about it, and the way she knows, like Myron said, she knows she's in control. She knows that she has the leverage. She knows she has the power, and the fact that she's okay with that and her man is okay with that, the relationship's doomed. Like there's no respect there. There's no boundaries. Like it's just sad, man. And this is how most women think, and that's why men like Sneeko are getting so frustrated. And now I'm a little bit older than Sneeko, so I'm kind of like resonating more with it, like mentally, and able to kind of work the sphere a little bit more. But just in general, it's so sad to see the path that we're going down.
Oh my god. So your girlfriend can have an Instagram. You don't
No,
want a
we
girlfriend
never
with an
said that.
Instagram.
But what I'm saying is that if you're in a serious relationship with a guy and you post provocative photos of yourself, advertising yourself, that is disrespectful to the man, and most men would not prefer that.
Putting a giant for sale sign on your forehead.
Yeah, with their main chick, at least.
So you would date a girl with an Instagram that was like calm, like PG.
You
Like,
just to be honest, you want to know what guys like to hear from when they talk to girls? I'll
No
give you guys some
Instagram.
game right now.
Give us
I like to
game.
hear things like, "I don't travel. I've never been here before." Oh, my Instagram, man, I don't really post on it. I'm gonna deactivate it, or they don't even have one, or they don't have a social media presence at all. Like men prefer, especially guys that have status, girls that have zero status and aren't out there. Newsflash, guys don't want girls that are out and about and have status like women like in men. You guys find that attractive because when a guy's out and about, whatever, it shows social status, it shows pre-selection, it shows social proof. But for a man doesn't need to verify a woman's social proof to be attracted to her. That's the key difference.
Yep, and again, it goes back to the overarching thing is that for some reason with the whole feminist movement and everything like that, it makes women think that what they find attractive in a man is what a man finds attractive in them, and it's not the case at all. It's very much the opposite. They look for a superior. They practice hypergamy, more money, higher status, more sexually active, stronger physically, mentally, all these other things. Interesting, funny. But for men, it's the other way around. Not that we're dating down or marrying down. It's just the fact that we want someone that isn't necessarily experienced, isn't out there in the world. It hasn't been freaking all over the place, hasn't been with a bunch of dudes, hasn't been on social media every day trying to like put herself out there and stuff like that. Because as a man, we want a woman that, I mean, of course, in today's world, asking for a virgin is, damn near impossible. But that's where this all comes from. Is back in the day with, especially with religion and with how the world worked, the woman's value was being because she was a virgin, and as a man, you were able, when you married her, the only one that was able to be with her in that sense, sexually. Whereas now, if you get with a girl with 50 bodies, it's like, man, like every dude's had her. We can go to a place and 3 dudes in here have had sex with her. Like that's not attractive. Like the value in the woman is not only your looks, but it's the fact that a man can look like I can look at my girl and be like, man, not only is she bad as hell, but it doesn't matter where we go, every dude's gonna look at her, and no dude has had her. That's where the value comes from. Not in how much money you make, not in how much status you have online or in social media presence, or how many countries you've traveled or anything like that. Like, all that stuff's cool, I guess, but for the most part, it's what's attached to that, which is usually a higher body count, more exposure to men, and men don't like that.
If I find a girl attractive at the club, I think she's attractive. I don't give a fuck what my friends think. If you find a guy at the club and you think he's attractive, you're still going to run it by your girlfriends and see what they think.
Yeah.
Right.
Women, this is why I always say women are not independent thinkers when it comes to mate selection at all.
No.
They need to get verification from other women.
I disagree.
I don't
You
Because-
disagree?
I agree.
Yeah,
I think
because,
it's
like,
true.
think
Hold on.
about
You disagree? Real
Yes.
quick, when you go to the club, where do you go?
When I go to the club, where do I go? Like
Where are you sitting at the club when you're at the club?
at a table with
Okay,
my
hold on,
girls.
stop. Who are you sitting at the table with?
With my girls.
With your girls. Who paid for that table?
Oh.
Maybe one of us, maybe all of us.
It's so you go to
Maybe.
the club and you pay for the club every single time you go there with your own section. Let's keep it 1,000.
I feel like I don't even go to the club that much.
Oh,
to be like,
see?
oh my
Come
God.
on.
See, she sees one.
Bruh, see, look, perfect stop. Look at Chris. He's like, come on, bro. But it's true. Like, see how their main defense mechanism in an argument, instead of actually trying to argue the point or even debate the point, I shouldn't use the word argue, they always try to change up the narrative. Before it was, oh yeah, I go out. Because remember, a few clips ago, it was, oh yeah, I go out and me and my man are equal and this and that, everything's cool. And then now he's like, okay, when you go to the club and you have a section and stuff, like who's paying for it? Oh, either me or one of my girls, or we'll all pay for it, this and that. And then it's like, oh yeah, keep it 1,000. Like, who's really paying for it? He's like, oh, well, I don't really think we go out that much, or I go out that much. It's like, bro, like, no, answer the question. Stop trying to beat around the bush and change up the narrative to make you look better. It's because you know that you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, and that you're manipulating men or your fiance to participate in you doing these things, in this bad behavior, and you think it's okay, but you understand that it's really not okay in a man's eyes, so you're trying to change it up. Like, just face the facts. Like, give in, baby.
Where I'm going with this. This proves my point. When girls go to the club, you go in a nightclub. Where are all the women concentrated? In the VIP.
Yeah.
A minority of men, a majority of women. So you could say what you want to say, but women are attracted to men that have social proof and have options and can act on it. That's why girls want to go in the sections, because
She ain't even that cute. Like, no offense. Like, I like the tats. Don't get me wrong. I love tats. Like, I don't know if I can see it, but I got this one, and then I got this one. They're both from my grandmothers. This is my grandma Brenda. This one was from my grandma Kathy. There's only two I have. I want to get a lot more, but like, she's like not even like the way she's talking and stuff. And you know what's crazy? I need to go back and watch like this full podcast, this full episode. But I bet when they went around and like asked them to rate themselves or whatever, she said she was a 10. And let's be realistic, she's probably a fucking 5. You know what I'm saying? But like with her energy and with how she portrays herself, and look, she got the skimpy shit on. Like you know that she thinks she's a 10. Like that's just how it goes, and it's delusion, bro.
it's a social status thing. Women need to see that social proof.
So when you're out and about, right, and
Yeah.
you see an attractive woman, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go and talk to her. And you're
Yeah.
like really hitting it off.
Yeah.
But turns out she's a CEO of a company and she's a boss bitch. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna still
I'm bored.
smash.
Oh shit. Who said?
I'll still smash, but she's
Did
not.
you, hold on. Did you
So
not
is that
just
a
hear
turn off
anything
for
I
you
just said a
guys?
second
No, she
ago?
didn't.
That men don't need verification from their own gender to find a woman attractive?
I don't think we do either.
Did you not hear that?
No, but I'm saying, like, if you find out that she is a CEO boss bitch, that's going to turn you off. You're going to be like, damn, she's a man
No, he's
now.
still
I
a
think the
Turn him
problem
on.
with
Here's the
being a
thing. Her
CEO
job doesn't matter. However, I'm going to know her job before she even tells me because of her mannerisms and how she acts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even though, like, you guys saying, oh, I can be feminine and I can be a CEO, like, it's really unrealistic because yes, you're gonna be like, okay, you bring the feminine energy home, say that, but as soon as he gets on your nerve, as soon as you get mad, that masculine is going to pop out eventually.
Thank
There's
you.
no
Yes.
way that you can
Thank
run
you.
from it.
Facts.
You're making
Even
sense.
though you
Facts.
you
Yep.
separate it from, oh, I'm only masculine at home, but I bring my feminine energy. Oh, I'm only masculine at my job, but I bring my feminine energy at home.
Yeah.
That's only when
cap.
he's doing exactly what he needs to do, when he's the perfect in your eyes, when he's not rocking your boat. As soon as he doesn't take out the trash in time, as soon as he doesn't take the dog on a walk, as soon as he doesn't do something to your liking when you need it to be, that masculine is going to pop out. And
No,
that's
that's
a
a
boy.
That's if you're
That's a
dating
boy.
somebody.
Like,
Facts, and she's 100% right. And look, this chick that's probably a freaking 2 is trying to freaking say, "No, that's a boy. That's a boy." No, it's like you can't just change up. And Myron does a good example of this whenever he talks to the women, and he says, "What if I come up to you and I end up having like a really soft voice and I talk like this and I'm like, hey girl, let's go out, whatever." Or he says like, what if I, approach you and I'm wearing a dress and heels and I say, but when I find the right woman, I'm gonna be masculine and I'm not gonna wear dress and heels, or I only wear dress and heels on the weekend. During the weekdays, I wear suits and stuff like that. Like you can't just go back and forth. Either you have masculine energy or you have feminine energy. And like Myron said just a minute ago, we're going to be able to tell based on how you talk, how you carry yourself, what you're wearing, the way that you're like you said, your mannerisms, like the way that you're moving your hands, maybe the choice of words you're using. All of these things we're going to be able to tell exactly the type of chick you are. We're going to be able to tell whether you might have a good job and get ran through, or if you are legitimately a feminine girl and could be a potential wife, mother, so forth.
Yeah,
but
but
also-
versus a man.
Let's be very
clear.
She's right.
No, but she's right.
She's
Like,
right.
the mask will crack. Like, you
She's
can
right.
play the game a little bit, which is why we tell guys vet a girl for a year. Like, you date her for a year, and so you can see all the sides, because girls will be chameleons and act like a feminine, submissive woman to get the ring or the relationship
And
or
it
whatever it may
comes
be.
out.
But you need to vet them for a long period of time to see where they really stand and see if they're the real deal. And yes, the reason why I say that is exactly what she said. Girls will play the game or whatever. But going back to what you said about a CEO boss bitch, let me make this extremely clear for the women. It's not your title that turns the guy off. It's the mannerisms and the way you act and behave because of the job that you have. Do you understand this? That when you're a go-getter and you make a lot of money, it comes with inherent traits. If you look at millionaires, there's universal traits that millionaires have, okay? They're tenacious. They work hard. They work long hours. Non-agreeable. These are all personality traits that are attributed to high earners.
Exactly. Like men, when they make a lot of money, means that they're usually masculine. It means that they're usually physically strong. If they're not physically strong, they're at least mentally strong. They have a lot of, like you said, tenacity. They carry themselves a certain way. They present themselves a certain way, and they know how to move about life in a way that is always going to attract that kind of energy towards them, and that's what makes them attractive to women. But in men, we want the exact opposite of that. Like I said, that makes us attractive towards women. In women, men want the opposite. They want someone that's a lot more reserved, a lot more conservative, a lot more feminine, and is more staying to herself, not all out there like, yeah, city girls, we up, bad bitches, we up, this and that. It's like, that's not attractive. It's not cute. Especially like when you associate it with freaking girls cursing and shit like that. Like, man, like, what are we doing?
What I'm saying is that when a woman is a high earner, I know for a fact she has these traits, and these traits are not attractive to men. Simple.
And there we have it. Anyway, hope y'all liked the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Like I said, don't forget to go check out the TikTok. It's at Voice of Flex, and I'm gonna upload a few clips from here up on there. Pretty much every time I record a video, I upload like 3 or so clips from that video, and the TikTok's been doing okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just we're in such a weird time. The feminist movement started, I think, in like the 50s or 60s, somewhere around there, around the time like civil rights was happening, and because of that, now we got into a point where like our society is just terrible. No marriages, divorce rates are high, no kids, and girls are just like, they just want to be men. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be successful in yourself, wanting to be what you think will make you happy, but it's been biologically proven that women are usually more happy with kids or with a family and having a man that they can respect and honor, not being a man themselves. So I'll leave y'all with that. Catch y'all on the next one.